What is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Today's episode is going to be about the 8 tenets of being a handsome Asian man. First of all, what does it mean to be handsome? Handsome is way more than just looks. Every man out there should want to be handsome. There's a difference between being cute, being sexy, and then being handsome. This video here is we're trying to be handsome Asian men. First of all, being cute is where you don't have that edge to you. If girls they look at you and they say, "Oh, you're cute," they're saying you look nice. They don't really get wet hearing you or seeing you. They don't get wet seeing you. They say you're cute, you're okay. Sexy is, oh wow, they want to sleep with you. Oh, you are sexy. But being handsome is the next level. Is where you have the whole package to you. So we're trying to get men to be the whole package. Being handsome is way more than just looks. It's it's putting yourself together, and there's a certain respect that comes when a girl finds you handsome. All right, so let's go. Here's the benefits if girls see you as a handsome Asian man. The benefits is obviously they find you attractive. You already have a foot in the door, and that's it. You have a foot in the door just based off your looks. Also, being another benefit is, let's say you show up to a job interview, people are going to respect you right off rip because you're well put together. They will hire you over the person who doesn't look handsome, because looks are actually very important, guys. Looks are important. They're not the whole thing, but people will judge you based off how you look. The first 8 seconds someone looks at you, they're going to judge you right off the bat. But there's also a con. There's cons of being handsome, meaning that people will hold you to a higher standard. A girl, if you are good looking, if you are handsome, but once you open your mouth and you say some stupid shit, she's going to be like, oh. No, it's actually a huge, it's a bigger turnoff, because sometimes they will get over that because you are so handsome. But another time where it's like they'll look at you and then you'll say something stupid, like, man, what's up with this guy? They'll hold you to a higher standard because of your look. They will expect you to be talking to other girls. They'll expect you to. They'll already expect you to have game. They'll expect you to know how to court a woman, how to deal with women. They're gonna think about that off rip just because you look the way you look. So let's go into the 8 tenets of being a handsome man, because it goes more than just looks, guys. And we're trying to get men better. We're trying to get men better, have strong men. A strong society is built upon by strong men. So let's get into it. The first tenet of being a handsome Asian man is don't follow thirst traps. There's nothing more unattractive than when a guy, you see him, a girl looks at let's say a girl looks at your Instagram profile, and then she sees you're following 2,000, you're following 2,000 people. She clicks on it, and then you see all pages of just thirst traps, ass, titties, girls. You go on, they look at what you're liking. They see you're liking all of these pictures of thirst traps, of hoes on Instagram, hoes that are girls that are showing their ass and titties for free on the internet. You don't want to be associated with that. If you're a handsome Asian man, you have self-respect for yourself. Think about these girls. I have a daughter now. Think about these girls who are showing their ass and titties on Instagram for free. You think if you had a daughter, you want her to do that? And then you are playing into that. You are helping that movement of girls showing ass by liking them, following them, giving them all this attention. It starts with the men. If the men didn't follow that, guess what? The girls wouldn't be doing it, because they'll have to find another way to get attention. But a lot of these guys out here giving away their attention for free, following those chicks. Don't get me wrong, man. I used to be one of those guys. Follow these chicks, liking their pictures. But you, as a handsome Asian man, you need to stop all of that. Stop following these chicks, man. This is actually something internal, meaning that if you're following them, that's saying something that you think that their value is higher than yours. I'm not saying you could look. It's the guys where you're full of followers, full of following these chicks. Your Instagram is just full of just ass and titties. That is not a good image. And when you're following these chicks, look, you're thinking that they're like higher value than you. But when you really look at it, they're using filters, makeup, their best pic. They take 1,000 pictures, they take the best pic and put it up. Get off the thirst traps. All right. So now, that tenet number 2 of being a handsome Asian man: getting off drugs and stop gambling. There is no bigger time. I'm telling you. I'm telling you from first-hand experience. There's no faster way to ruin a life than to get addicted to drugs and then addicted to gambling, sports gambling. There is no quicker way to waste a life than to get addicted to those things. They are the biggest time wasters. The moment I got myself off drugs was the moment I started doing push-ups, listening to audiobooks, starting this podcast. Do you realize how many hours you are wasted being addicted to drugs, finding the drugs, doing the drugs, coming down from the drugs, feeling like shit the next day when you wake up after getting high? You know if you are addicted to drugs that are bad for you. Weed, alcohol, cocaine. I'm not saying you can have some fun in time, but if you know that you can't control those substances, you need to fix it. You need to fix it. How do I fix that? How did I fix that? First, you got to tell someone that you have a problem. Start talking to someone. Tell them, hey, I have a problem with this. You need to start telling people what you're doing and hold yourself accountable and get some support. There's nothing wrong about getting help. And I'm telling you, this is part of my message now, getting off drugs. If you don't make 100,000 a year, 1,000,000 a year, you have no business going out, drinking, partying, clubbing as a handsome Asian man. You want to be handsome? You can't be addicted to drugs. I've seen it firsthand. And gambling. Gambling is a huge thing. I once had a friend. Well, okay, he's my friend. Okay, he would place a bet on a Laker game. I was watching a Laker game over his house. He probably bet less than $1,000, but he lost that bet. And after the game, I saw him blow up, throwing chairs, getting angry, using all his energy was being put out in a negative way because he lost a bet. And people, you're losing your hard-earned money over gambling sports. I don't understand it. Me, I hate losing money way more than I like winning money. And that's something I never got into, gambling, because I hated it. I like poker. Poker is not gambling. Poker is somewhat gambling, but there's way more skill involved in poker. But when you talk about sports gambling, all these celebrities, Drake, Mayweather, they're promoting sports gambling, making it look cool. No, that's not what you do. Okay, as a handsome Asian man, you don't get into gambling. What do they always say? The house always wins. The house always wins. So why are you taking those odds? You don't have an edge. The regular guy out there does not have an edge when it comes to sports gambling, man. In the long run, you're gonna lose. We're talking about the long game. The long game. You want to win in the long run. Sports gambling, you don't have that edge. Get off the drugs. Get off the gambling. All right, let's go into looks. Okay, the third tenet of being a handsome Asian man. You got to get that dress and that grooming right. Get the nails trimmed. Get your skin right. Get your hair. You get your hair cut. Have your barber bless you. Find a good barber. Invest in your haircut. I once saw a guy where he would wear glasses, long hair, and then one day I saw him. He got a haircut. He got contact. I'm like, dude, you look different. He looks so much better, and always because he took care of his haircut. Getting a haircut is so important, man. You go find a good hairstyle, man. Short on the sides, a little length on the top. It will totally change your look. I don't understand the guys who let the hair just be all wild and hang out. A haircut would totally turn you from a normie, into a handsome Asian man. I'm telling you. And dress. What's up with today's culture, where it's totally okay to go out and just look like a bum? No, just looking like a bum, not presenting yourself correctly. It literally only takes an extra 5-10 minutes to put on something nice. And I'm telling you, that investment, the 5-10 minutes, change your perception. People's perception about you. There's one time where I was wearing a turtleneck, trousers, some nice loafers, and I was just in the T-Mobile store. And one of the customers, I was a customer. One of the other customers looked at me and she said, "Is that?" She was talking to the associate. She asked, "Is that your boss over there?" She's pointing at me. I'm like, "No, I'm just a customer." But that's how much dress has an importance in how people perceive you. I was a customer, but she thought I was a boss. She thought I was a boss because how I dress. So look, you gotta start dressing like a goddamn boss. Okay? If you handsome, you know you handsome. So you dress like it. You dress like you handsome. Tenet number 4 of being a handsome Asian man. Working out, eating right. Your body. Taking care of your body. You could fake gold watches. You could fake renting out a car. You could fake all these things, but you cannot fake a handsome body, a strong built body. You cannot fake going into the gym and seeing the results of consistent action going to the gym. If you want to be a handsome Asian man, you gotta get that body right. You can't be a handsome Asian man and have a huge ass gut, a beer belly. You want to be handsome, you gotta take care of your body. Taking care of your body, number 1 is the diet. Focus on the diet. You want to eat, get rid of seed oils, eat mostly meat, good organic grass-fed beef. Even if you can't get the organic, can't get the grass-fed, just conventional beef is just fine. It's way better than any other thing you could eat out there. All the bread, pasta, flour. You want to eat eggs, meat, raw dairy, good fats. I'm telling you, because I used to be 240 pounds. I was a fat boy. There was one time I was at the park and there was a kid teasing me. He had donuts. There was 2 kids. They had donuts. I was playing at the park because I usually play back in the day I would play at the park. So there was 2 guys and they would have donuts and they looked at me and they asked, "Hey, you want a donut?" And I was like, "Oh no," because I was shy. "Oh no, I don't want a donut." Like, you know you want one, fat boy. I remember that to this day. That hurt. And I lived the first 16 years of my life, fat. One of the biggest kids you could see. And once I got my health right, that was when girls started looking my way. I started getting the jawline. Um, I would sleep with some girls and they were like, "Oh, you work out, huh?" Girls are actually looking at me, looking my way. Why? Because I took care of my health. I lost the weight. Lose the weight, number one is diet. And to get the muscles is work out. Right now, I used to go to the gym because I had time to go to the gym. Okay, learn about compound lifts, bench, squat, deadlift, play some basketball. Now I just do deadlift, pull-ups, push-ups. That's all you need to do. Be consistent at it. A handsome Asian man, you working out and you eating right. You take care of your body. And this is tenet number 5. Tenet number 5. You got to know your value. Handsome Asian men, you are out there. You're a rarity. What's the percent of Asian men in the United States? I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, it's less than 10%, maybe 2%. So I wish I could look it up right now, but I do not know the statistics. Asians do not make up a lot of the U.S. population. And on top of that, you a handsome Asian man. A handsome Asian man already put you in top 10 category. There's not a lot of handsome Asian men because most people do not take care of themselves. Just a lot being average, that's what it is. Average, the average person. It is so easy to become valuable in today's society. All you have to do is want it. I heard a quote. 20% of people are above average. Why? Because they don't want to be average. That's it. The average people want to be average, and that's what they get. That's all it is. 80% don't want to be in the 20%. That's all it takes. Wanting to be there and taking consistent action to be there. So when you are that handsome Asian man, you have to know your value. That goes back to what I said. Falling thirst traps, you're putting their value higher than yours. You're letting them take your time. You're scrolling through Instagram and they're wasting your time now. Okay? And that's something that I had to learn along the way. Knowing my value. Because I didn't. Once I was fat, didn't know how to talk to women. Didn't accomplish anything. And when I started getting the attention from women, I wouldn't really understand my value. I would still act like a simp, still say stupid shit. But once you realize that a handsome Asian man has to put in work, way more work than any woman has to do if they want to be attractive. If you're an attractive Asian man, you got to know your value. Knowing your value as a man, what you provide into the relationship. Goddamn handsome Asian man, a rarity out there. You're so valuable. Do you understand? Once you start getting girls, it's literally your life became a desert. Like, oh my, I can't get any pussy until, damn. There's just so many chicks out there that you can get. And that's part of it. You start seeing that you are attracted to a woman and you start understanding your value. And that is how you have to approach relationships, that you are the more valuable person. Because an attractive woman, you could find an attractive woman every goddamn day. As a man, it's way, if you're a woman, it's way harder to find valuable men out there. Truly valuable men. All right, tenet number 6. Tenet number 6 of a handsome Asian man. He goes for what he wants. If you see a girl out there, most guys cannot cold approach. Meaning they see a girl, they like her, and they cannot come up and just strike a conversation. I used to be one of those. You know, you would hear about guys going up to random girls, talking to them, and I was like, dude, how do you do that? What do you say? Most guys, that's their first question. How do you do that? What do you say? How do you? Are you nervous? Yes, yes. Cold approaching, you are nervous walking up to a chick, saying hi, introducing yourself. But guess what? That's a part of being a handsome Asian man. You do it anyway. You feel the fear and do it anyway. The number one confidence builder is doing shit you fear. You do it, you get better at it. First time you're gonna suck. First time you're gonna suck at cold approaching. You see a chick that you want, and you go up to her and you say hi. You're gonna be nervous as shit, as hell. But that's part of being handsome, man. You go for what you want. If your job sucks, you're at a 9 to 5, and that's not what you want. Hey, I'm all for quitting your job that you don't want. I'm telling you right now, this is just my experience, and do not take this as advice. But every job that I hated, I've always quit because I'm like, I cannot stand another hour in this. And what it did was force me to find something else. And I'm telling you, I've always found something that I liked better. If I didn't see myself long term in that job, and I was literally getting depressed, continue to working there, I've always quit. I've always quit with no plan B in sight. And I'm not recommending this, but I'm telling you, I've always found something better because I just forced myself. I'm like, this is not for me. I quit, and now I have to find something better. And yes, you can go in and out of jobs, but hey, you are going for what you want. It's the same as not putting up with things you don't want. You get in life what you tolerate. So as a handsome Asian man, you got to go for what you want. Just like me, what do you think I started this podcast for? I'm going for goals. I got goals, man. I'm going for it. Is there a guarantee of success? Do you think me setting up this mic, putting a camera in front of me, do I have any guarantee of success? No. No guarantee of success. But I can control I just focus on what I can control. I can't control recording, putting a podcast. I can't control uploading on YouTube. I can't control if people are going to watch, people are going to like. I can't control that. But I know what I want, and I just focus on what I can control. That is the sixth tenet. Sixth tenet. Go for what you want. That goes to women. That goes with money. That goes with life. Tenet number 7. Investing in yourself. A handsome Asian man invests in himself. That is the only way you become a handsome Asian man. Investing in yourself. You think being handsome was an accident? You think me being handsome was an accident? It was a mistake? I was born handsome? No, it's deliberate steps. Investing in myself, investing in nice clothes, investing in good food, investing in a gym membership, investing in going to conferences, investing in books, investing in learning, investing your time. In order to be a handsome Asian man, you have to invest in yourself. The investment in yourself is, that's my phone going off. Investing in yourself is necessary to becoming a handsome Asian man. Because no one's born a handsome Asian man. You have to understand that. It takes constant investment in oneself to become handsome. Handsome. You get people respect when you're handsome. If you don't invest in yourself, what are you investing in? Investing in yourself is the most the best investment you can make with the highest returns that you will keep for life. When you go to a conference with other successful people, other like-minded people, you're gonna keep that with the rest of your life. If you invest money into a book, the knowledge you learn from that book is gonna come with you. It's gonna keep with you for the rest of your life. Too many guys investing in meme coins, shit coins. I love Bitcoin, okay? But I got my friend calling him up. I'm like, I'm talking about Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. Not interested. He wasn't interested at all. I'm like, what are you invested in? Invested in Ethereum, which I mean, it's the second biggest cryptocurrency. That's fine. But he was also invested in Dogecoin and SHIB. I'm like, bro, obviously didn't do any homework on what that just putting money into the herd mentality. Oh, these are people. Oh, it's about to go up. Lottery mindset. It is what it is. People invest in shit coins, but they won't invest in themselves. All right, tenet number 8. Oh my God, this is so important. Tenet number 8 is so important to be a handsome Asian man, and that's knowing how to communicate. I cannot stand people who can't communicate. Communication is getting what is in your mind, getting it out succinctly so that another person can understand it. You have to learn how to speak clearly with as little as you can. Learn how to write effectively. Communicate effectively. If I can't stand a man who can't communicate clearly what he's trying to tell me, imagine what a girl thinks when you can't communicate. Game is basically communicating. Getting what you want out of women is basically communicating. Communicating your value, communicating what you offer, communicating leadership is communicating. Communication is a huge skill. Learn how to write and speak effectively. That would be huge. Those are 2 huge skills for the rest of your life. Because anything we want, a stranger has. Think about that. Anything that you want, a stranger has it. And you're going to have to communicate with that stranger. Nothing makes me more mad when a man doesn't know how to communicate. He doesn't talk with presence. Talks like a bitch. Can't communicate his thoughts. It's like, what the hell are you saying? Can you communicate better? Or when they say something like they think you're supposed to understand what they're saying, but they don't understand that. Hey, I have to say it in a way where my reader, my listener can understand it. All right, so those are the 8 tenets of being a handsome Asian man. Being a handsome Asian man is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. We gotta get more handsome Asian men out there. Because there's too many girls. There's too many girls, man. There's too many girls, and all the handsome Asian men are gobbling them up. There's a lot of pie to go around. There's a lot of pizza to go around. All right, so the 8 tenets of the handsome Asian man doesn't follow thirst traps. I need you to clean up your Instagram now. Clean up your Instagram. Do you understand what that's going to do in your mind when let's say you do have a wife, you do have a serious girlfriend, and you're following these chicks. And so you follow these chicks and now you're comparing them to your girl. Number 2, get off the drugs and gambling. This is huge. The biggest time wasters. Gambling on sports. Now you're watching hours of sports, seeing if you're gonna win your bet. Drugs, the biggest time waster, the easiest way to waste a life, getting addicted to drugs. Number three, getting your dress and grooming right. Handsome Asian men, they dress for success. They dress like they're important. They dress like they're somebody. I hear guys say often, "Oh, I'm not flashy." Dressing is your presentation to the world. If I hold myself to a high standard, I'm gonna dress myself to a high standard and I'm telling people, hey, this is how I roll. I'm a professional. I dress for the part. Grooming. Don't let your hair always get haircuts. Get a nice barber. Invest in your barber. Get them nails good. Number four, working out, eating right. Your body. Take care of that body. Number five, knows his value. That's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. That will take you very far in life. If you have the identity of being a valuable person, you're gonna act that way. Hold yourself to that type of standard. If you look at yourself as a valuable person, you're gonna start doing valuable things. You're not gonna do all those time wasters. This is deep. This is more than just surface level. This is you. This is mindset. And goes for what he wants. A handsome Asian man goes for what he wants. You want to be with a lot of chicks? Go ahead. Do what you want. As long as it doesn't hurt other people. Right? Going for what you want. That's a tenet to being a handsome Asian man. Now, and then you got to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Play the long game. Like me, doing a podcast every week. Investing in my future. You have to invest yourself if you're trying to be a handsome Asian man. All right, and I think the most important one, number 8, knows how to communicate. Take the like out of your speaking. When you text, when you write, get your words across, get your message across in as least words as possible, and as less words as possible, as little words as possible. Don't be saying long ass paragraphs to these girls. Communicate very succinctly. Be a man of few words, but lots of meaning. I made that on the spot. All right, guys. So look, we're here to become handsome Asian men. Either if you are a handsome Asian man, there's a certain game you gotta play when it comes to these chicks. Or if you're trying to be a handsome Asian man, because anyone can be a handsome Asian man as long as you put in the time and the work and the effort to get there. All right, guys. So appreciate you watching the show. And let's get it. We going ham. Handsome Asian man. Let's get it. Peace out.